Hello and welcome back to my bi-weekly, I think, format where I show you a little bit of my progress for my little proof of concept. We are approaching the end already, actually, because there's only two things I still want to do in my proof of concept. The one thing is the boost mechanic, and you can already see it in the background. And the other thing I want to do is a gliding mechanic. So when you're very high in the air, you can basically spread your arms and decide where you want to glide. And if you put your arms really close together, you fall faster than before. So these are the two things I want to add in my proof of concept. And one thing you can already see as mentioned, and that's the boost mechanic. I will use them very carefully, I think, because they slow you a bit down if you try too hard to go into them, and usually if you're really good in the game, you don't need them because you're faster anyway without them. These boosts are basically only good if you are at a medium range of skill, I would say. If you're really bad, they are bad because you try to fiddle yourself into it and you fail all the time. If you're really good, you go into them, but they actually slow you down because you are not as fast as you could be at full velocity when you hit the targets all the time. So it's basically for mid-range skill level, and this is why I don't want to have them all everywhere in the parkour and just at the end of the parkour. But before we go into detail with all these kind of stuff, let's look into the parkour from the beginning and let's talk about the progress there a bit. Okay, so you see the first one already, and the first one is basically to let the user know, oh, if I go into them, I get a boost. So it's really just at the spawn. And then in the beginning you have a little bit more of them to get accustomed to them, so you by accident fall into one of them, so to say. And afterwards, in the end of the parkour, you basically don't have any of them. As I said, I don't know how frequent they will be. I think they will be not that frequent. They will be in the final version of the game. They will be only in the... If the final version of the game would have 10 levels, so to say, or 20 levels, let's say 20 levels, that's more of something I would want to go for, then these boosts would be, maybe the first one would be level 1 or level 2 or 3, and after level 10 there basically wouldn't be any. Maybe for some special events or something like that you would have some, but they're really just a mid-game type. And you see, you can also do some kind of tunnels, as you've seen, for example, for having a closer look to some special objects in the background. In this case, it was the airship that was a little bit highlighted by a air current that is going closer to it and then boosting you back with high velocity. And yeah, it works pretty nice, I would say. Maybe I will make the collider a little bit bigger so it's easier to go into it. Right now it feels a little bit fiddly. I'm pretty experienced, I would say, so I don't really feel it too much, but I think someone who's new will have some problems with it. I still have not gone for making it locally the meteor storm, but a time thing, so it just went away. But yeah, I'm still not sure if I will include it in the final concept, but it was nice to experiment a little bit with it. And this is already it for today. The boost mechanic, something interesting to think about, but maybe not really something I would really want to use in the end. But I hope to see you next time for the gliding mechanic, and then we're basically at the end of the proof of concept, and the real concept would start. So let's see how it goes. Climbing, then a little bit of refinement for a week, I think, and then in 1.5 weeks the proof of concept is over, and then I need to think about making this a real game. I don't know how I will do it, actually. I wanted to look into it. I wanted to see if some of you are interested and will download the game and join my Patreon, and if some people do it, I would have worked on it a lot longer, but it seems like no one is really interested in it, so maybe I will not do it. But if you're interested in it and it looks really interesting to you, please feel free to join the Patreon, where the latest version of the game is always updated. And if there are some people who are interested, I will gladly work longer on it. Otherwise, I will find another project that may find a little bit more interest with the people. Thank you for attending again today, and see you next time.